Hello, my name is Max Rowland of Plesioboat Games, and we're here to talk about our upcoming title, Wake Up Call. Wake Up Call is a virtual reality title targeting the Oculus Quest and Oculus Quest 2. As such, we want to make sure that our users stay comfortable, safe, and well set up before starting our game experience. We do that by providing a little splash screen with instructions to adjust the headset, adjust their safety boundary, and check the room for obstacles before proceeding. Wake Up Call is an escape room style game which starts with our player warping into a new environment. They aren't given any tutorials. We want to emphasize the playful nature of environmental learning and exploration. Once the player loads in properly, the first thing that they'll notice, especially if they're a new virtual reality user, is that the player moves when they move their actual body. This is a novel experience unique to virtual reality, and we want to make sure to lean into the medium as much as possible. The environment itself is a static, fairly limited environment. Today we're going to be walking through the first environment, which is the morning routine. In this, the player loads in to a small residential area. They're not given, again, any instructions. They are simply given free reign of this environment. What we want to do is we want to give the player a sense of unlimited power, and that they are in full control of the environment to do whatever they want, even if that's a little bit unconventional. The only boundaries we give are the amount of objects that are in the environment and the relatively limited play space itself. The first thing that we expect our players to do is try to test the limits of that play space, since they've been otherwise unhindered so far. We expect them then to turn their attention inside the walls and start playing around with objects. As I said before, players are in full control to pick up, look at, and manipulate objects, and of course, the best VR interaction in my opinion, throwing objects. Which leads to breaking objects. And this should feel good. We put a lot of work into our design of the collisions as well as the physics simulation in the game, and players should feel in control of the impacts they make on this environment. Until they don't. We call this character the gunman, and he's enforcing the rules of the plot. We're not going to go too much into the details of the plot today, we're more talking about the mechanisms and feel of the game. If the player doesn't meet certain criteria, the gunman will take them out, ending their run. The players then plop back into a new run, with none of their items, none of their changes, only their actual knowledge and experience of the first run persists. We expect players to make mistakes, and have consequences. As this is an escape room style game, we plan for the player character to explore, try new things, try different combinations of objects, and of course, fail. The reason that we want them to fail is that we want the feeling of success to feel natural and earned. Eventually, through repetition, exploration, and tenacity, we expect our players to be able to overcome the gunman and beat the level. In the case of the morning routine environment, that's meeting two objective criteria. The player must discover a breakfast activity. In this case, they can eat a muffin, they can cook, they can do whatever they like within the bounds of the environment. They have to bathe. Once they've accomplished both their tasks, they need to exit through the door with the gunman, overcoming their fear from previous runs, within a time limit. Assuming they've met those criteria, the player succeeds and advances through the game. This concludes our paper prototype of the first level of Wake Up Call. I'm Max Roland of Plesioboat Games. Thank you so much for watching.